Just when I talk. But I have buttery smooth voices.
Buttery smooth. I believe you.
Check 1, 2. See if it sounds like that on there.
Go ahead.
Check.
Check 1, 2. Is there a sound?
I don't. Go ahead. Keep talking.
I'm talking right now. How is my sound? It doesn't sound like that on the live.
It might be the headphones.
I appreciate your diligence, though.
Oh, twist the headphone piece in. Maybe it's not twisted in all the way.
Twist it.
Am I centered in the frame?
Twist it.
He's
I
not
can
looking
move
at it yet. We'll have to wait till it goes
twist.
fully
Okay,
on.
they can't see us yet.
Right.
Okay,
Oh, there it is. I see it. I'm going to love it instead of like it like some people.
Can they see us yet?
Joey, did you get anything typed up for me?
Was I supposed to type something for you and I forgot it?
Yeah.
Dang it! What did I forget?
We were all on the same phone call.
About doing the ads, getting ads from local businesses.
Oh, no. I started it and then I got frustrated that I couldn't remember what I wrote the first time because I loved how I wrote the first one and I never got back to
You
it.
need to use AI more.
I don't like it. I like to challenge myself to see if I can write better
That's
than
great, but you're not. You quit. You challenged yourself and you quit.
You're right.
That went in.
You're right, man. You got me.
I'm really mad that.
We go. 3 dudes on the mic. PodBless taking flight. Joey, Josh, and Brett talking God all night. Laughs and lessons too. Bible stories crew. Every episode, something fresh and new. Pop us on your feed, spreading light and glee. Joey, Josh, and Brett talking scripture free. They got funny vibes, Christian tales with pride. Keep you entertained on this holy ride. Funny banter strong, you can't go wrong. Tune in every week for the sacred song. Pop us on your feed, spreading light and glee. Joey, Josh, and Brett talking scripture free.
Christina definitely put the brakes on that.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, we live. No,
I
I'm
can
kidding.
zoom
don't
in
think
on
so.
him a little bit. He's
Hey,
down.
hey. Beep, 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 beep,
Let me
beep.
zoom in on you a little bit. Oh, I didn't mean
Am I
to.
centered enough? Oh, thanks. Hello, Liquid Death. Email me back, bro. Please.
Yeah. Welcome to PodBless Podcast. We're a few dudes that get together and like to talk about our faith, but more so, try to tickle your funny bone. I'm one of your hosts, Josh Williams.
Hey, I'm Joy Butch.
And I'm Colin McCauley.
And we have Noah over on the mechanicals.
And just in case we need an arc.
Noah's Ark. I get it.
Hey, in Dry Ridge, y'all need to come down. They open a place. It is
the Ark.
No, not that arc.
Yeah.
There's a much smaller arc.
Really?
And it's a food truck that sells hot dogs called Noah's Hot Dogs. Right by the Trump store, if you want to know anything about the demographic of Dry Ridge.
Nice.
So come on
I
down
don't
to
think
Noah's
you have
Hot
to
Dogs.
research too much to figure out the demographic of Dry Ridge.
Maybe
but
Noah's Hot Dogs would like to sponsor the show.
That would be cool.
it would be pretty dope.
But I highly doubt a food truck would want to sponsor a show.
Maybe Noah's Ark.
It's an attraction with it, right? Yeah.
Well, I'm saying maybe we should hit up Noah's Ark and be like, hey, we're a Christian podcast from the local area.
We might not be able to say some of the stories we talk about.
Yeah.
We could.
I
You
don't
can say
think
anything
they'd
you
like-
want.
I don't think
They
they'd
had
like
Bill
us.
Nye up there talking.
Live. They didn't have
right.
Bill.
You live.
There's no way they had Bill Nye there.
We can't not endorse that.
He did a
Yeah.
speech thing.
Yeah, they did a debate.
The
with
science guy who
Yeah.
may or may not be a science guy.
He's not a
business
science
guy. You mean?
Yeah, he's
His,
not a science
bachelor's
guy.
in
Dude.
Business.
Tell me it wasn't the best day when your science sub was in or the teacher had something else going on and they rolled in
You
the
just
TV
hear,
on the
"Boo,
cart
boo,
and it
boo,
was
boo,
Bill.
boo."
Are you old enough for TV on the cart?
Yeah.
Okay,
was-
I didn't know when. No, are you old enough for TV on the cart? I forget. Schools are underfunded.
That
Of course.
and
Are you talking about the projector
Yeah.
where they would be
Put
sitting
the
with their
film on?
back to the overhead What are
Oh,
they?
yeah.
No. The
The
one that
transparency ones.
Transparencies, yeah.
Your math teacher would always use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they'd sit there with they'd be facing the class.
and they'd write it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then they'd wipe it off.
I had like the perfect generation because I started with that one,
Mhm.
but then like it slowly progressed.
We really need to get you a microphone.
I know we talked about it.
I know.
too.
I
We
literally
have an
thought.
open cable
I know.
right
We
there.
have a microphone too.
Oh, that's explicit.
Of the
Trying to put
smart
a
board.
song with a thing to put out to everybody.
So the first smart boards were terrible. They never
Yeah.
worked the right way.
And they're
Nowadays
really
they're cool.
expensive. I remember seeing. I was like subbing or
Uh-huh.
doing a what is it called when like your free period, but you would be like a
An intern.
secretary aide.
Yes. A student teacher. No, a student. Oh my gosh, we had. I was one
I
too.
know, I can't remember. But
You were
I
an
was-
intern
I-
basically.
Yeah, I was that.
Yeah. Let me.
I literally sent this meme this morning.
Yeah. Do you guys remember in like the 5th, 6th grade when all the teachers were transitioning from classic projectors to smartboards and teachers didn't know how to use them, and then
Yeah.
the whole class would lose it when the calibrated them by touching the little
Yes.
dots?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
4 corners.
What?
Yeah,
Peer tutor.
peer tutor.
That
yes.
we got there.
Yeah.
We got there. I
But-
loved being a peer tutor, dude.
Yeah, I remember seeing the invoice slip.
How many people did you tutor?
We did a whole class.
Oh, you actually did it?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that for at our school it was like just free period for
I mean, it
whoever.
was Ludlow.
Yeah.
So we
They
it was
needed it.
it was probably like maybe 10 kids.
Oh,
I am clicking on everyone I know on Snapchat.
I need to share, huh?
Dude, that happened a minute
In
ago.
remembrance of Brett, not dead, just not here. Oh my goodness. Brett's surgery went well today. He's doing
You
fine.
should have put ... yet.
I can't believe he had
Not
his whole
dead.
foot
Oh,
removed.
you know what? HIPAA. I probably shouldn't have said that.
You're not under HIPAA.
Yeah.
You didn't get paid for it.
It's true.
He's right.
It's only in transfer of
Say whatever
new
you
life.
want.
I want to
Allegedly.
say something, but I can't say it. But remind me to say it later.
Yeah, we're looking for a sponsorship from Noah's Ark, so don't do it.
Yeah.
Let's see. So everyone on my Snapchat list just got a.
How do I
invite.
share? There we go.
I'm sharing on YouTube's, brothers.
Sure.
Live feed. Hey, y'all, from Randy. What's
Check
going on, Randy?
out
Good to see you.
the show.
Zach
Hey,
commented,
somebody buy my motorcycle.
Zach
officially
commented
listed. Did you
whenever
see-
we were talking about the projector, and he said overhead protector,
What
and then he fixed it and said projector.
Well, I
were we
liked it the
talking about?
first
I
way
was going to
better.
say something, and I got all sidetracked with my YouTube thingy. We were talking about that. We were talking about projectors, sponsors.
Noah's Ark.
Yeah, we could throw out some
Noah's hot
sponsorship stuff right
dogs.
now. We are looking for sponsors. We are an open agent right now. We are making up a contract to put out to people if
Just
they
a
would
couple
like
of
to be.
small things.
Yeah, if they would
not
like to
much.
sponsor with us, it's going to be cheap, but we could reach out to several thousand people for you
Per month.
per month, per
Mhm.
episode. Actually, that's
Oh,
what
it
I
is
was.
per episode. You're right. I
Yeah,
apologize.
let's do per episode, per read. Very cheap, honestly.
Yeah.
We just want
But
to
if you
buy
do
some
want
better
that, you'll have to
cameras.
contact us with the prices that we'll give you.
Yeah.
But we would love to get some sponsors to help us upgrade all of our stuff. You want to see those crispy, clean camera shots like Barstool does,
Krispy Kreme, could
like
sponsor us.
Ninjas or Butterflies does, or, I don't know, Fox News
You
or
think other
CNN.
podcasts would sponsor us?
Absolutely not.
No, other podcasts are out for themselves for sure.
Absolutely not. In no way, shape, or form do I
I
believe
don't
that would
know.
happen.
Some that are successful might.
Yeah.
I emailed Liquid Death last week. Have not got a response
Dude,
yet.
we emailed them 2 years ago and had not got a response from them. And Ghost Energy and David's Sunflower Seeds. And
And
we've been through this route before.
Mhm.
But yeah, if you're out there and you're looking for some advertisement that you need to go out there, mostly local businesses, but we're looking for people to help us out and help you out as well with our listenership. Why are you selling your motorcycle, Randy says, through YouTube?
I would like to upgrade to a Softail just because I ride on the highway quite a bit.
A heritage Softail.
If I could.
specifically.
If I could, Colin knows me. I'd love to have a
Randy.
heritage.
Randy dumped his the other day, not moving.
Oh,
you-
no, you took.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
all he jumped
Okay,
off
not
of it.
again.
No,
No.
Okay.
not again.
This was
was
that
like,
one
Randy.
horrific day.
Yeah, it was like a book,
Dude,
like the
I-
worst day in the world.
it's like a worst nightmare for a motorcyclist is like, get off the bike, forgot to put your kickstand down, hear the clang. And for a Harley rider, you're like, was it pipe side or not?
Yeah,
Please, Lord, don't let it be pipe
that'd make a
side.
bigger
Yeah.
deal for you.
That and every time I go down my driveway on the gravel.
Seeing Ham dump Brett's bike.
Ooh.
Really,
I did not get to see that.
it
Would you
made-
explain it to me in
well,
detail?
It made me really want to get the crash bars because he completely laid it down and it didn't it landed on the crash
So
bar.
He's
that
got the crash
helps.
bar.
Right.
unless you decide to get too deep in a turn,
Right.
and then your crash bar makes contact. So
And
your
you
your foot pegs or your floorboards, they're all spring loaded in case
Right.
you do clip something that moves. Crash bars don't move, but crash bars are good.
Yeah.
Overall, they're good. If you're dipping
I mean, it kept
something,
it from dinging
Yeah.
his tank.
well, have you leaned yours over yet?
No.
It's going to happen eventually.
No.
I leaned my brand new white one over in the gravel in my dad's driveway. I had it for
Nice.
like a month,
Gravel
Not
is
a
a fun
speck
place to
on it.
lay it over.
and my dad's out there, and I'm out there, and you barely hit the wrong thing. Your foot slips. It's
Yeah.
over. I leaned it over, but I got under it. But I couldn't pick it back up, but I wasn't going to let it fall down. And I'm like, Dad, I'm like 4 years old again, like yelling for a day. He like sprints out there and we pick it back up. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Did you watch the video I sent in our little PodBless group chat?
Yes.
The one about Patrick preaching?
Yes. I'm dumb video.
It was a couple of weeks
And
ago.
you kept clipping the I'm dumb part.
Well, I just thought it was hilarious.
He didn't say it that often, right? You're like,
Did
you
you
clipped
send
that
it
into
to
that,
him?
didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I sent it to him first.
Okay. He was
Yeah.
cool. All right. I wasn't going to.
Oh, no. Yeah. I try to make a video. If
Okay.
I catch him saying something I think is
As
funny.
long as he's cool with it, I'm cool with it.
Like he talked
Yeah.
about bacon one Sunday where he was like, have you ever had something wrapped in bacon? And I made a whole video of him. And he sent it to like his group chat buddies that he does stuff with. It's like, we
Nice.
share devotions every day.
All from back in Indy.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so he sent it to them and was like, here's my devotion for the week.
Man, I need to get those. I've been trying to get them down to the house since they've been here. I need to get them down there.
Yeah. They're getting ready to have a baby. So,
I know. Yeah.
and then they'll be like, we're not going anywhere.
You're right. Better do that before baby.
Probably.
But yeah.
I don't know.
Um,
Maybe after baby might work. Baby too. I called you baby.
I mean,
think.
it's baby's way more portable pre-birth.
Yeah.
Mom's more uncomfortable though.
Right. So
That's a good point.
not as, yeah.
You're right.
I don't know. Some people get their babies out. Ben's teacher, she had her baby at the school the next week.
She had her baby at school.
No, she had it at the hospital. But she's young, and she was just like, well, my other kid's got to go to school. So she like brought her baby to school and took her other kid and dropped her off. And I was like, what is she doing here? Like I saw her.
Wow.
And I was like,
She
these
had it
young
at
people.
school and she was done. And she was like, and that kid's is where babies come from.
And
All right,
Consider
now if you
yourself-
can take out your math book.
consider yourself educated. She's like wiping the film. So they never tell you about the whole baby birthing process. They tell you about it. There's gonna be gross things that happen.
I learned so much that first time around.
Dude, I thought it was awesome. Did you think it was awesome?
Being there and watching
Yeah.
it, I mean, it is childbirth. Yeah, it
It was
was a
awesome.
miracle. Yeah.
I thought it was really cool.
I never knew about SIDS.
What?
Before I had our first baby.
How could
like,
you not
I
know?
just never knew about SIDS. And then like,
Yeah.
So like we're in the class. So
Send
like,
in
hey,
the
we do a
decimal,
free
yeah.
class to teach you things you might not know.
Yeah.
And they said it. And I looked at Kelly and was like, that's a
Well,
thing?
well,
My wife
lot
is
of-
a NICU
That's
nurse.
true. Yeah, that is true.
don't they? And I could be wrong about this. Don't they categorize some like sometimes a SIDS death can be like something was in the crib that shouldn't have been like. Not all SIDS is
Yeah.
just like totally
Yes.
came out of nowhere.
A
Like
lot
some of it is avoidable.
From what I've pulled together, like having one sleep on your chest, belly down,
Yeah.
they don't have enough strength to really
Right.
breathe
Yes.
with the weight of that
Which
on
is
their,
like,
on their lungs.
could you have like I don't know. We weren't big on co-sleeping. Have you?
I think we're big on it now. Not like we don't like to do it, but it happens
Yeah.
a lot now.
But you don't have a baby.
No.
I was
When we
always
had the
afraid I'd
baby-
roll over and crush them.
Well, oh yeah.
I couldn't do it. I told Kristen, I was like, we can't. We got a bassinet that
Yeah,
like
that's
leaned
what we
over the
did.
bed.
We had one that would hook onto the mattress
Yeah.
and just hang on
Exactly.
the side.
Yeah. Oh wait, yours hung off the side.
Yeah. Well, we had one before that would stand there, and then we had one that you could hook under the mattress that would like
You know,
be
like a,
connected.
you know, like a good TV tray where it like can roll under the chair
Yeah.
and like come right onto your lap. It was like that, but on the bed.
Okay.
So it was like the kid was in bed with you, but
Yeah.
they had their own protective area there.
That's cool.
Because I was just terrified I was going to
Oh
squish
yeah,
them.
for sure.
'Cause
My
it-
mom commented in on YouTube. Hey boys, hi mom.
Hello,
Thanks for commenting in with us.
that's his mom.
But yeah,
It's a fun time. I thought I was like an active participant. Like I was holding legs and like.
oh yeah, I did all that too. I cut the umbilical cords of
Yeah.
all my kids, shoot it off.
In Ohio, it's illegal to videotape in the birthing room.
Huh.
Yep. I don't believe it is in Kentucky.
I wanted to say that's weird, but like no, it's not.
No,
weird.
it's not weird. No, it's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm live streaming. Put the phone away, sir.
Thanks for the likes.
Yeah.
And this birth goes out to Monster Energy.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you for sponsoring.
Like on TikTok. Thanks for the roses. Oh, cowboy hat. Thanks a
Yes,
lot.
yes,
Here,
this-
see if we can get it on the baby.
This birth brought to you by Trojan.
Hey, coming out with a cowboy hat on. Oh, we got a galaxy.
the doctor's got a sponsorship like NASCAR on the back of the jacket. It's like, so you wearing a Coke Zero jacket? Like, what's happening? Gives birth, immediately knocks back a bottle that says "Share with Bud" on it.
She said, "You guys are so cute." Mom also commented in. I don't
You know, all
know
the Coke bottles have people's names on them now.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
We've got a bunch at the house that way.
share with Natasha.
Bro, dude.
Partner.
Yeah,
Ours
did one
all
of them say
friend.
partner?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of them say partner.
All of ours say like friend.
That's not a name unless you're like an old Western guy.
Dude.
Partner. I just got it,
Okay.
and
caught
that's
up.
still.
He caught up.
Yeah, I caught up. I'm Internet Explorer over here.
Mom says Josh was a big baby when I was
Josh
He
was
still
or is?
born. Yeah. I was skinny for a while.
Oh, it's
I got
just
over
going
it.
off
Don't
the
worry.
baby-
I got through
the
it.
baby
I was a very
aspect of
small
it.
baby.
I don't know how much was I was only like 8 something.
I was gonna
I
say
was
I
like
was small.
10.
I was only like 6 something.
I think I had to be incubated.
There was a point in time.
Yeah.
You look like you.
I was trying to throw that up to somebody.
You look like you get in one every night. Like you're incubated most nights. Like, okay, it's time for sleep.
What is a hot tub if not an incubator?
That's a stew.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
it's a stew.
that's a potluck is what that is.
Oh, I
Potluck
don't like.
of germs.
Do you guys eat at potlucks?
Yeah.
No.
So this is one of the worst things for a pastor to have, like attributes. I do not like eating at potlucks,
I don't either.
Yeah.
and it's not because I don't trust the people who made the food. I know everyone that.
But I don't
there's
trust the
something
people
about
that make the
no. There's just something about a potluck that makes me
Okay,
not.
you
yeah.
have cats. You have a cat.
Yeah.
I cannot eat food that people like bring in somewhere if
That
they have
have
a
it.
cat. Like because some people like straight up let their cats like up on their
Counter.
counters
Oh no
and
no no no
stuff.
no 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 no!
Dude, it freaks me out.
We don't let our cat on the table, the counter.
It
He
just-
does sleep in the bed with us though.
Well, that's We won't let him touch stuff that's important. But no, something I noticed about babies, or I think I noticed. I used to say this that if a baby was really heavy when they were born,
Mhm.
like 10, 11 pounds,
Woo.
generally were skinnier later on in life, and ones that were tiny
An inverse relationship.
Yeah.
ended up being chunkers.
Really?
That's true because Courtney was like a 9 or 10 pound baby. Dang. She's
Really?
And she's nothing but
Huh.
skins and boneses.
That
Little
I wonder what that.
S&T.
6 pound baby.
Well, I must have been a 3.
I was a small baby,
You were.
but I'm not. I'm not
Well, I mean,
short.
we have outliers.
Like
but
I'm a regular height. Actually,
You're average.
Am I
What,
on the tall side? I
you're-
might be on
you're
the tall
five-
side.
What? You're like
5'11".
5'10"?
I'm
Oh,
5'11".
You're average.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Average in America is 5'9", but whatever.
I'm average. I'm 5'7".
You're below.
Unless I'm
below
standing
average.
next to tall people.
You're not 5'7".
I really am.
Really?
That's the reason I was like, yeah, you're
This is
5'9".
great.
I know that's it. Mom was over the other night and we were talking and she was like, your dad was only like 5'6". And I was thinking back, I was like, yeah, he was. Like he was super
But
short.
we were
Yeah.
small. Like,
Yeah.
we were
Right.
children, so I can't think
And
about
then-
like the height of adults when I was a child.
And then she was like, well, it's because like my grandpa was like 6'2", but my grandma smoked her entire pregnancy.
Oh,
That will stunt your growth.
And that's him and Pam were both like short.
Always sick.
do not recommend smoking
Yeah, don't do
during
that.
the pregnancy.
Randy said, laugh out loud, Colin. Mom said I was 8 pounds, 6 ounces. That's
That's pretty average size baby.
Yeah.
That's not too big. Yeah,
Well,
the 14 pounders are
It's
the
not
ones.
too big when you don't have to force it out your hoo-ha.
Oh, hey, so happy every day. One of the first things I thank God for is like, thank you for your son Jesus Christ and what he gave for us, and
And that we didn't
thank
have
you
to,
for making me a man.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't want to
A
have
boy.
to deal with.
Thanks for making me a boy.
Some,
Yeah.
I'm not a man.
Jason Childers at church, he saw me. It was Mother's Day, and he was like, "Do you feel a little bit of like pat on the back for what you do for a living?" And I was like, I said, "There's a little part of me," and I got attacked by like 3 women. Like, you've never give birth, you've never carried a
You
child.
should be
And
like,
I was
well,
like, I
I've
was
had
making.
a kidney stone,
I
ladies.
was like,
so-
I'm a comedian. I was just making a joke.
yeah, yeah.
It's like, I wasn't being
One of my
serious.
favorite dad jokes on Mother's Day is to walk up to another dad and be like, "Happy Mother's Day." Like I love it. It is so much fun. Like, oh, Happy Mother's Day. 95% of the time they look right back at you, smile, and go, "Happy Mother's Day to you too." I'm like, yeah. Hey, we got moms.
That's true.
We're allowed to celebrate.
Well, I just celebrate because I'm a stay at home.
Stay home
So- and
dad though.
Yeah, but like what moms do mostly. I've often said it is a woman's job, not in a sexist way, but because I've done it for 8 years now,
Mhm.
and it sucks sometimes. Like I'm saying that women have more of
So-
a emotional or a empathy to work with children more so than a father.
There's definitely like it can be demonstratively proven that women tend to be more nurturing.
Don't call women monsters.
Demonstrably, like you can demonstrate it.
They
That
are.
women tend to have more of a nurturing. Not all women, but on average, you're going to have more of a nurturing effect from women than you will.
Well, after
men.
giving birth, the traumatic experience.
I don't know
of
how
giving
you
birth.
could literally have a child grow in your womb for 8-9 months and not have a connection that a dad could never replicate. Like
That's why I cry when I poop.
They're gone.
that's a good joke. You need to write that down somewhere.
They're gone.
No, seriously, write that in the notes. Like that's funny, and I've never heard it before. You need to write that down. That was good.
Well, it's went out to thousands now. They're
You need
totally
to
going to
work that
cabbage
in.
onto it.
Well, we just told the sponsors it went out to thousands. So yeah.
Thousands. I said plural.
We gotta zoom it in the post. I need you to make that a cut. He just did the JD Vance.
Yeah. Anyway,
How about the book about to come out about how far into dementia Joe Biden was during the presidency?
Oh my gosh.
a whole book, huh?
Ugh.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be
I
bad.
don't think they need a book.
From the left too. Like it's not
Yeah.
even from like they.
Like-
If he would have won the election, they were preparing for him to like need a wheelchair his entire presidency.
I mean, it's not been the first time president's been in a wheelchair.
First time he publicly had been though.
and completely out of his mind.
That's
Yeah,
the
at least
important
FDR
part. That's
had
what
his,
we need to
at least
focus
he had
on.
his faculties.
Yeah.
Like his body was just failing him. We don't need to get political right now.
True.
Ever.
It shouldn't be a political statement. We shouldn't take advantage of old people like that.
Yeah.
Like that was
Agreed.
elder abuse, but whatever.
Or anyone in general, not just old people. We shouldn't take advantage of anyone that
I
has a
agree.
mental disability.
I'd like to open my.
You guys do it every week.
I can't believe you let me stay here.
Hey man, we put you on the Mount Rushmore, okay?
No, he put him on the Mount
I put
Rushmore.
you on the
That
Mount
was all him. We had nothing to do with that. Let's
So
get
yeah,
into
no
a segment.
Brett. Brett's not here tonight. We miss him.
Let's get into a segment.
Chef Brett?
Who's yours? Chef Brett.
I'm kidding. Let's go to mine.
Sit down and listen up to what Joey's
All right, Josh. This one might not hit with you directly because I'm going to start sports, but then round it out. But
I don't care.
maybe you do have someone, and you can use pop culture if that helps.
I
But
just came from being a coach at a little league baseball game.
Yeah.
So
Shut your mouth, Joey.
I've never done that, so you got me. So come at me, bro.
listen, let me explain to you. No.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you're round first, you go to second.
And sometimes you go out into the outfield
Hey,
because
could
there's
you
some
teach
daisies.
the Reds how to run the bases? That'd be nice because I'm tired of seeing them getting thrown out on the bases
I didn't realize they play the Cubs 5 times at the end of this month.
in a
Wow.
row.
No, 3 games, 2-game break, then another 2 games.
MLB schedule's funky.
It was weird.
They have to do so much weird stuff with it. Yeah.
Anyway.
Think back to like when you're growing up. So when I was in high school and college football hit differently for me. I'm not saying I liked it better. I love it now, but it was kind of cool because do I?
You sounded like you said, love it now.
I still love it now, but it was cool because you'd see these guys playing and you'd be like, oh, they're my age. Like
Yeah.
I can relate directly to I'm this age. I'm in college right now.
That hit me like 5 years ago. Dude.
Right. And then you get to a certain point
See a
and
professional
like
out there on the NFL.
this year in the draft, the last player most likely to ever be born in the 1900s got drafted. Meaning that going forward from now on,
It'll all
every
be-
player that most likely will be drafted will be either born in
2000s.
2000 or later.
Wow.
Right. Weird.
Insane.
There are not very many players in the league anymore who are 34. I'm 34, right? Most guys are out by 35 at the latest. Tom Brady's an anomaly, playing until he's 43,
Right.
44, right? That does not happen. LeBron James is the only basketball player in the league who's 40 right now.
LeBron James.
Tom Brady,
How old's Durant?
he's not 40.
He's
I
gotta
don't
be
know.
close.
Yeah. Tom Brady is the second leading receiver in the NFL career over 40. Do you know who's in first place?
Brett
No.
Favre.
It's receiver, like receiving or catching the ball. Jerry Rice is in first place because he came back and played. So he has thousands of yards. Tom Brady has like 90 yards receiving after 40, but it's still the second most of anyone ever because no one plays that
nobody
long.
plays that
Mhm.
one. Yeah.
It's a weird
That
little
makes
stat,
sense.
right? So I want you to think back to, and you can use actors as well if this hits with you better, or like people in maybe when you were in college, you're in Bible college, maybe people that are doing big Bible tours stuff like that. But like, can you remember back to when you were the equivalent age and people who were like great at that? So I'm thinking of like college athletes they were amazing at the sport, but we were the same exact age, and like
Yeah.
I connected with. You got anybody
Well,
off the top of your head
me
like
and
that?
LeBron James are the same age.
Off
Is
the
that
top
true?
Of my head,
We are
in
all witness.
college.
Yeah, that it was. I remember thinking about that one day. Me and my cousin were like, "Dude, he's the same age as us, and he's a freaking monster."
Still,
But like at those times, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
all the people in the NBA, all the people, like you get in your mid-20s, it's like, dang, dude.
Well, that's so for me. It was weird because I didn't get to watch like sports like after high school for I just didn't watch sports
oh
for
yeah,
like
duh, because
2 years.
on
the
a ship.
Navy.
Yeah, I was in the Navy,
Yeah.
and so I mean, I'm trying to think of who it would be. It would be like, who was the Longhorns quarterback?
Colt McCoy.
Yes.
Oh, I love me
Yes.
some Colt McCoy.
Colt
What a
McCoy.
great name for Longhorns quarterback.
Yes.
Colt, which is a firearm, and then McCoy. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, too perfect.
Did you have anybody specific in mind?
Oh, I have one that was like there's not many times where like I don't like the whole thought experiment of like if I could be somebody else, who would I want to be? If I could have someone else's skills, I mean I'd probably like
Monstars.
I mean
You
like
could steal them.
if I could steal like Jared Leto's skill, like he's an amazing singer, he
I
can
don't know,
play.
He ruined a lot of.
He's a
cool
better
DC
actor than people give him
characters.
credit for. I don't want it for acting though. I want it for the singing and for the playing.
Joker.
He's very good. But you get like a lot if you go with him directly.
Yeah.
You got like Jamie Foxx is another one, like
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake. Those are all like triple threats.
Yeah.
But someone when I was in college, who was also in college in their prime, was Tim Tebow.
Hmm.
And Tebow was, as a Christian male, like to see someone not that was just a Christian, but was outward about their faith and was the best dude around. Like I at one point in my life, I could quote, you remember the speech he gave after they lost that game
Yeah.
to like Mississippi State or whoever, and
Yeah.
he came back and he's like, you will never see another quarterback more motivated. And like, I used to have that memorized,
Yeah,
and
he
it
was
went
a
on to win the
hoss.
championship that year, right?
Who was the UK quarterback that time? Couch.
Tim Couch?
Tim Couch.
We're going way back.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Sorry, I didn't mean that like that.
it's
That
my
was
age.
offensive. That was offensive.
I think I was
ta-
working at UK while
I
he was
am
going to school
so
there.
sorry.
But no, he was a big time dude that was like, he was the big heavy set guy that was a quarterback. And I was
Oh
like,
no, you're
yeah.
thinking of Jared Lorenzen.
Jared, the dead
Yeah,
guy.
the hefty
yeah.
lefty.
Hefty
Yeah,
lefty.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
who I was thinking.
You know he's
of.
dead.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
I'm
He played
sorry.
in some leagues. He was in Cincinnati.
He played for the River Monsters,
Yeah.
the
Here in
Arena
Cincy.
Football League, and it looks like photoshopped.
the
He was like literally 400 pounds,
Yeah.
and the football looks like a sandwich
toy.
in his hand.
Baseball
Like it's
in
so
his hand.
small.
yeah. I watched that documentary about that because like he was a big deal when we were that
Yeah.
age. And
Yeah.
it was just like, oh man, it's so cool to watch him do that.
What a great
And
nickname. the
UK
Hefty
still sucked.
Lefty.
So
Come on.
He had a bunch of them. He had a bunch of
Yeah.
nicknames.
yeah.
I can't remember. I know
He
other
was
ones,
like
but I can't remember any other ones.
It was something bazooka.
They were all related to his size.
Bazooka.
But
I don't know.
Tim
anyway.
Tebow was somebody that I remember the one game he got tackled in the end zone and the field paint was wet and he came up, looked like he had blood. It wasn't blood, it was field
was
paint.
just-
But
Yeah.
it was the coolest iconic symbol of just a warrior on the
Yeah.
field. And this was a quarterback that would like, if he was running into the secondary, he wasn't sliding.
Right.
Like he was lowering his helmet.
he was a
He's going
monster.
to lower the boom on you, like give you the wood and probably blow through you. What we got?
My mom commented on YouTube and has one for her age, and
Oh.
she put Dolly Parton.
Okay.
That was somebody she grew up with,
Yeah.
was the same age, but super
Dude,
famous for singing.
My girls love Dolly Parton.
Who
so-
doesn't?
Exactly, you're right.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton started a foundation where it started with she would give every kid in Tennessee a book. All you had to do was sign up; it was free,
Yep.
and they would send a book to your kid once a month from birth to kindergarten.
And now it's spread out.
It works so well; she does it nationwide now.
Yep.
And we signed all of our kids up for it. Otto still gets them, but Violet will be done with them this year. She's
That's
going
cool.
into
Yeah, I
kindergarten.
remember that. That was really cool.
But like for free,
Oh, free.
sends a book, and it's awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome. But Tim Tebow was the guy that like we all gravitated toward, and he was amazing on the field, off the field. Now turns out he was on a team of like murderers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the people around him were like whether he knew it or not, like he was definitely like a shield for all the bad things that were happening on that
Right.
Florida team. But it was just awesome to be like growing up at the same time. We're almost the same age, identical. And he has a crazy story. He's born in the Philippines, and I think his mom had like a ton of problems during pregnancy, right, Noah? And like,
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to be born.
yeah, they
yeah.
wanted the doctors wanted him to be
To be
aborted.
He was a
Yeah.
toilet baby? No.
No, oh my gosh. See, those are things we couldn't say if
No, you can totally say that
if we were being
stuff.
sponsored by.
That's what gets more viewers coming in.
I don't know if that means we should say it though.
It's not an insult. I mean, some people carry a baby, don't realize it. Like,
No, no,
"I
no.
gotta poop. And
The,
then
the
they-
doctors were projecting that he was going to
It
either the
wasn't.
pregnancy would kill the mother or he would be. I can't remember what it was. There
his burden.
there was an
No.
issue.
The placenta.
The placenta.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wasn't big and like wasn't supposed to be feeding him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like mom has birth, he's healthy, grows up to be quite an influential human being, right? Oh, is this a sideshow text?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. And then he goes in the NFL. He's underestimated because I mean people say he wasn't
Mike's
good.
two last texts there.
I mean, all he ever did was win, but people said he wasn't good. He goes in the NFL. He plays for the Broncos. Wins a playoff game for the Broncos against the Steelers, who I can't stand. So
Yeah.
so happy. Remember that big pass? So was it Demaryius Thomas or I don't remember who caught it, but huge
Probably.
play. It was awesome.
If it was
and
a
then-
big pass from the Broncos,
Yeah.
it was probably Demaryius Thomas.
Well, then the next year, Peyton Manning goes to the Broncos, and then Tebow got moved around. He was a Jet for a while. Then
Yeah.
he was a Patriot at the very end, and he was out of the league. And then he was just gone. He tried to come back. It never worked out. And people that happens to, you think might take their life and just go, oh, I'm wasted now. Like I can't do anything in my life. My football dream didn't work out. Instead, if you ever check out am I allowed to talk about other podcasts on this podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just did,
The
like,
Sean Ryan Experience, right? Isn't that what it's
Sean
called?
Ryan show.
Is it Sean Ryan's show? Okay, sorry. Where he interviews people, but Tim Tebow's on there, and this man is making every second of his life count for the
Yeah.
protection right now of children and child trafficking and things of that nature. So I haven't finished the podcast yet, so I don't want to get into it yet. So next week I'll probably come in and talk about this further.
It's good.
But you
Yeah.
should go check it out. If you have kids,
It's like 3 hours long.
pay attention, protect your kids, and also we should all probably protect each other's kids too.
Yeah.
Like if there's one thing we can agree on as a society, it's that people should not be predating on children, right? Like that's just
using a lot of big words tonight.
Do you out
Predating.
thesaurus
Is that the
before
wrong-
this episode?
No,
I thought
it's-
that was the
it's
right-
the right word.
No,
I'm
did I
saying
miss-
you're
right
using them.
Did I
You're
miss
just
it?
using big words.
oh, that's not, I'm sorry.
Bravo.
Thank you, bravo. You threw me off my.
Sorry. It's my job. It's my job in life.
No,
to,
it's great. It's
catch you off
perfect. I
guard.
needed that. I was being pompous.
no, not pompous either.
Yeah.
Chill out, dude.
Listen, you're going to get perpendicular here in a minute if you don't calm down.
A word magician over there.
Well, burn him at the stake. Which? No, yeah, don't make me get murdered. Oh, but all that to say, if things haven't worked out exactly the way you thought they would in life, that's okay. That doesn't mean that God's done using you. And this guy has always had a really good perspective on life.
Yeah.
He's always been someone's been a role model. He wrote a book. I read his book. He's good. It's just good. Like he's a good dude. And there are still just good people out there. And I know there's a lot of bad people out there.
Yeah.
But there are still good people out there trying to do good things. And if we were just a touch more on purpose about it, we could do more good. So that's my
Soapbox.
motivator for tonight. And I would also argue that good is rooted in Christ Jesus. But now I'm preaching. So
Zing.
You're in a preaching mood tonight.
I am, dude. I'm feeling it. It's because Ken's preaching Sundays. So
Randy
I know I'm not
said,
going to get it.
"Hey Josh, when you supercalifragilisticexpialidocious." He used a bigger word than you.
Oh my goodness.
Mississippi.
It's serendipitous.
M-I-S-S-I-S.
That
Yeah.
was one of Ben's spelling words this week. He's going to spell that tomorrow at his test.
I just want to talk about Tim Tebow a little bit and give him
You're
some
good.
props. I know I'll probably never meet him, but actually, you know what? If there was one like quote celebrity person that I had to like, if you're like, hey, you have to get someone to come around, I bet if you message him and was like, hey, we want you to come and speak about this at our church, you might have a shot.
No,
Like-
I was going to say, I could 100%
Yeah.
see that.
I'd freak out. I'd be fanboying the whole time. I'd have to be not here.
Well, Crossroads,
Crossroads
it's a
has
mega
like
church.
35,000 people a week.
Crossroads, if you need some ad space coming in, let us know.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Doesn't he have a family member that has Down syndrome?
I did one.
Yes.
I went and did
Yeah.
that one time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. At Courtney's freshman year of college.
Yeah.
We went and did that. It was cool.
I'm telling you,
It was
working
in
with
Lexington.
special needs kids is like a rewarding in a whole different way.
Yeah.
Like they're so innocent and just so happy to have people work with them. And they are just as deserving of love as everybody else.
Right.
That's my second soapbox for the night.
Okay.
I only have one more.
Okay.
Your feet should be really clean. All
right.
right. Soapbox. Hang on. I got
That's
to
all
play
I
your
got.
music. That's good. We'll go into Collins and
You have music?
well, the one I was trying to make.
Oh.
Nope. Hang on.
What did I just say?
It's better.
Talking Genesis to Revelation. Welcome to Collins Bible Bunker.
That's really good. That's really good. That's really
like
good.
I like it.
Oh,
All right.
how long is it? I want to hear the whole thing.
It's long, but I've
All right,
tried to
Colin,
cut it down to get it.
Bonk
just
us with the Bible.
All right. So tonight
We need a bonk sound. We need the two mice that was always trying to take over the
Ren
world.
and- Ren and
Pinky in the
Stick?
brain. No,
Oh,
Pinky in the brain.
yeah.
Bonk. Nope.
'cause,
Okay, never
yeah,
mind.
Pinky, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bonk. Yeah, that's what he did all the time.
Sorry, I totally derailed your segment.
All right. So
Show's over.
what's the biblical drip? So this is going to be about
Wait,
What's the biblical
biblical drip?
yeah.
So like biblical clothing
Yeah, that's not
and
drip.
like
Drip
where?
is what you wear.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. All right, hit me.
So clothing around Judea,
Judea.
around what time? What it's
Something
like
AD.
4 BCE to 30 CE.
Oh no, we don't use BCE here.
Oh yeah, that's the
BC
new.
and AD.
Okay, well this is what
Well,
Chat-
I'm
I
messing
don't
with you.
care.
Yeah, I'm
this is
messing
what
with you. Yeah.
ChatGPT told me.
We use the Jesus units here.
All
Same
right.
year, based off the
So-
same exact year, but whatever.
Do you guys have any guess what the material of their clothing would be made from?
Ooh.
There's really only 2 different types of material.
Well, it couldn't be.
That for,
It
like,
couldn't be
common.
like mixed linen, right?
goat
Right.
hide,
Yeah.
sheep hide.
Yeah.
Well-
Wool is wool not going to be the answer here?
Wool is one.
Okay. Yeah. Wool and leather.
Linen.
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 Oh, I was okay. Yeah.
Bob Lennon.
Yep. And so most of the construction, so this is going to be for men and women, hand woven, undyed, or dyed with natural colors,
Mhm.
blue, red, and or brown. Those are 3 of the primary
Okay,
colors, I
okay.
guess, that they would use.
Because purple was like reserved for royalty. Right.
right.
Yeah.
And then their clothing would always be loose fitting because of,
The
They're
heat.
from the streets.
right. They dress like they were homeless. Men would wear a tunic or a cloak / mantle with
That's-
a belt or sash.
That's biblical.
Oh,
Give
bring
him your
back the
token,
sash,
give
huh?
him your clunic.
That would be pretty cool.
Dude, I have some opinions about.
Yeah, I said it all.
sash.
Yeah.
Sashay away.
Well, no, they were like, if someone needs clothing, give them your cloak, and then if they need something else, give them a tunic.
Yeah.
Remember that?
What is a
But then-
tunic exactly?
That's what they were back in the day.
The tunic,
Duh.
it's so the tunic is like the actual garment. So like
Okay.
the linen that they would wear that would go down either to their ankles or to their knees.
Okay.
Because the cloak goes over top of that.
Right.
But a
Mhm.
tunic is what's underneath the cloak.
makes
So that's
sense.
why they
I was really
worded it in
curious
that
on
direction.
the footwear.
Okay.
So I was like, you,
San-
I mean,
not
Sandals
sandals?
is what everybody
yes,
thought.
it would be
Yeah,
sandals.
like wood
and so that's what the
or
footwear
leather,
was,
maybe with a leather
That-
strap
that would
on it.
be,
Yep.
That would be Asian.
No, I
wooden
think wood
sandals.
with a leather strap would have been the go-to, right?
it's just says they're just all leather.
Yeah. That,
All
that was-
leather.
Yeah.
most
Where do you
wooden
get your
shoes are
support
like clogs from Sweden
There's no-
or Japan.
So
use
it was sandals of leather or woven material. So it could be made out of just like
Chuck Taylor's.
wool.
Basically a Chuck.
Chuck
Right.
Taylor.
But even Chuck has a soul, though.
But it says though most people just went barefoot.
Yeah.
That's
All-
hence the even if you wore sandals, hence the feet washing, right?
Right. Right. Headgear. I was really curious about hats. I was
Yeah.
like, I wonder if because it would kind of make sense.
No
like,
baseball caps.
They would want to cover
well,
their
you
heads.
would want like a big hat.
Because they were
like,
out.
Assuming it's
they were
like a
outdoors.
turban type scarf
That's
thing.
what it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Melanomas.
it's
Oh,
gonna
Brett's
be-
calling in.
oh, Brett's calling. Answer.
Calling me or you?
Calling me.
Answer it.
Right in the middle of the show.
He might be on meds. This could be funny.
Oh yeah.
Hello? You're like,
I'm dead.
oh, you just saw the title of the show.
Hey,
Said no.
Wait.
We said no, you're not dead.
You're not dead.
Yet.
Not dead yet.
We just want to make sure people knew.
They're like, Brett's no longer with us. He's not dead. He's just not here. It was in the title. You feeling
Hey, I've got a great game next week. So
good?
can people on the podcast hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
you
you're
are
into a
on speaker
microphone right
directly up to the
Okay.
microphone.
Beep.
Great game next week. People are it's gonna be shocking.
Ooh,
I'm scared.
Fun.
So prepare yourself.
Are
Brett's
we
gonna-
going to do the childbirth thing where we like
No.
impersonate
The tins?
Yeah, the tins unit for
Brett's going to
childbirth.
come in with a plaque with plaques from Donald Trump that says we're all generals now.
No, he's just gonna come. No, he's gonna come in with forks, and we have to put it in the light socket.
Yeah. No, we're all generals now.
Yeah.
But like actually in the army, we
Generals.
have to go to DC now.
Colonel General.
Yeah.
It's who can lick the car battery.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
easy.
The 9-volt.
You got to get your tongue all the way across. Those studs
impressive.
are pretty far.
Actually, that would. And that's
Don't worry, we can hook
Well,
metal.
I was gonna tune in, but we started watching the Minecraft movie.
oh, it's pretty good.
It is
Yeah.
good.
Except
I
it
know,
will.
Joey. I saw it with you.
Oh yeah, duh.
You guys went to see it without the kids, just to make sure.
Yeah. No. We took our kids.
Oh, okay.
And that kid was throwing popcorn at Cooper, and I turned around and
Yeah.
got on him.
That's when Joey almost beat the 12-year-old.
Hey,
Oh, nice.
Don't throw popcorn at my kids, all
that's
right?
better than him not taking up for your kid.
Right.
The first time I let it slide, and the second time he hit him in the head with it, and Cooper turned around, and that's when I turned around, and the kid tried to act like he didn't know what happened, and so
Yeah.
I just stared him down, and
He
then
stared him down, and when he said something, he slapped him.
I know, wait, that's it. And then his it wasn't his mom, I think it was his grandma, came down afterward. I thought she was going to be really mad at me. And she was like, "Sir, I am so sorry that he just did that. I want you to know I took care of it." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." Like, but I thought she was about to get mad.
Yeah, now buy me a bucket of popcorn.
Hit him right in the face. The kid's Coop's just trying to watch a
Joey
movie.
was afraid she was going to yell at him, so he preemptively hit her.
He tripped
He
her.
walked
No,
up and
he didn't hit the grandma. He verbally assaulted her.
I yelled "chicken jockey" and kicked her in the knee and
then threw a
hit her
bucket
in the
of
face with
popcorn
the
on her
rotisserie
head.
chicken I had with me.
You're going to be canceled.
He said,
That's not what
he
happened.
said, "Go get me a bucket of popcorn."
Yeah.
B word.
I took care of it. I took care of it, Brett. You're welcome. We were just talking about taking care of our kids and other people's kids.
And got a bucket of popcorn.
Free bucket.
If the kid would have been like, "Oh yeah, my bad," I'd have been cool with it. But when he started looking around, there was no seat behind him. It was just the aisle. So he was looking behind him too, like,
To
"Oh,
make
who
sure-
threw that?" There's
yeah.
no one behind us at all. I'm like, "Oh, I gotta stare you down now, boy." He was
I
probably
had to
14.
tell her, I said, "Ma'am, he's usually not like this when he's preaching."
Sorry, man. He gets like this when he's out of the church.
If you want to meet up with him again, here's the address to the church. He'll be there every
Oh.
Sunday.
I was trying to come tonight. Sarah wouldn't let me come to the show.
So you're not
Aw.
riding your motorcycle with stitches.
How does your arm feel?
It's still got. I had a nerve block. So it's still.
Oh, so you're good. You've been fine tonight. Tomorrow night, are you coming to softball?
No.
Yes.
Probably not.
You want-
Nope.
Oh, Colin said he'll pick you up.
I will. Come on, get on your meds and I'll
That got
drive you.
upgraded to I don't know.
It's gonna rain.
That got
I was
upgraded
gonna say it's gonna get canceled anyways.
You'll have that.
on them big jobs.
Well, I just thought I'd call in to say hi.
Well,
if you're-
we
if
miss
you're-
you, buddy.
We're on Colin's Bible Bonkers if you want to hear about the clothing or the drip of the biblical times.
Biblical drip.
So I have heard.
Out again.
No. That was Jesus's drip. No, just clothing.
All right, I'll tune in.
See you, bud.
Bye.
I have heard historians say that we often misrepresent like old times with not enough color.
Right.
So like people loved color. Imagine if like no TV, obviously, no other entertainment. So like the world around you is all you get. And they loved like medieval armies, tons of color. Individual armor, like in it, like obviously you had your markings of your nation, but like individual shields would have like your family crest on it.
Right.
Or like color, like you would make it your thing. And so like one of the most accurate to time period movies is from like the 60s. I can't remember what it was called. It's this big medieval movie. Random colors everywhere. And people used to knock on it and be like, "Oh, this is introduced too much." And they're like, "No, that's
That's actually
so there may have been more color back then than we
Right.
thought." Because you think, "Oh, the old times they have technology."
Wasn't
Like,
it-
no, they know how to dye
Wasn't
clothes.
it Palestine that used to be that way before they turned into what they are now? Like they used to be like
You talking about like
vibrant.
Iraq, like Baghdad?
yeah, back in the day. It was like an awesome
Babylon is
place.
Iraq, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and they had
Yeah,
like
yeah. Do you know
crazy
why they're
colors.
not a world power anymore?
Mm-mm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Genghis Khan, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, that,
yeah. or as they say, Genghis Khan is how you're supposed to say it.
Sure.
Whatever.
I'm not
yeah,
gonna try.
wiped them off the face of the map. crazy. Like did a whole reset on the entire.
No,
I mean, because that's
we
Persia
discussed that
basically,
before.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like cleaned Persia out. Wait, am I misremembering him for? No, it wasn't the Huns. It was.
Was it Persia?
It wasn't
Persia
Attila.
went
It
over
was
and took
Gen- it
over
was
a lot
Genghis
of other
Khan.
stuff.
It was
Persia
Genghis
did.
Khan. Yeah.
Mm.
But
Genghis
sorry,
Khan.
back to your drip.
Genghis
Colorful
Khan.
drip.
It's Genghis Khan, not Genghis Khan.
So for the
Amen,
headgear,
Yeah.
it was just cloth. Or a cloth head covering and or a turban.
I was going to say cloth, same.
Yeah.
Wrapped around your head.
For the women, everything's the same as the men's.
No. You look up when the baseball cap was invented? I got to know.
I would say
You guys want, let's take a guess.
I would say 1900.
Oh, I'm going to say it's late 18s, mid
Yeah.
to late 18s. When was
Just
the,
look up baseball cap.
Yeah,
because,
Because you have newsies
yeah,
and stuff like that.
right.
like, yeah, like first baseball cap.
Because kids wear the newsy hats all the time, even
Yeah.
playing baseball.
That's
And
true.
all this is just a form of that. So mid 1800s. Yep.
Got to be careful.
No, the Reds are the first official team. Everybody knows that. Straw caps?
Woo woo.
Would you want to play a sport with a straw cap? Ugh.
What was that noise?
It was a weird noise, like metal.
This?
No, outside.
Sounded like a
jet?
piece of sheet metal like flapping.
Oh, it's probably we're having an issue.
So
It looks like a baseball cap?
1860
Okay.
is the year of the well-rounded baseball cap.
Right before the Civil War.
I keep forgetting that Noah doesn't have a mic.
True.
Oh yeah, thank
Yeah,
you
we have
for
to repeat
repeating
what he
that.
says.
We really need to start micing him.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
my bad for asking the question.
All right. So the women, everything's the same as the men,
Okay.
except for they had jewelry.
All right.
Ooh.
All right, and accessories.
Men did not wear jewelry?
They
Mm,
did, but usually it was going to be like
Not the cool stuff.
Like
Right.
a pinky ring.
no, it wouldn't even be
Thumb
that.
ring.
I don't get it.
But
Uh,
too much was
oh.
frowned upon. Too
Just a
much
weird
jewelry
thing.
Yeah.
was frowned upon.
Yeah, there was an issue. Which book was that? One of the.
It's like
It's gonna bother
it's the
me.
same thing as like gluttony. Like it's same category as far
Was
as
Vanity.
that Corinthians? Was it the Corinthians church was having some problems with that? I
Being
can't remember.
Being too
Oh, it's
vain.
gonna bother me. Yeah, too much like outward,
yeah.
outward prominence.
And then I also searched like what would like an everyday guy like in their 20s, like a working man,
Mhm.
what would he carry? Like, because I was like, they have to have
Everyday
some-
carry,
yeah.
EDC for
Like what?
Jesus'
Well, like
time.
what would they have in their pockets? Like what would you walk around with?
Okay, hit me.
And
I'm
so, like,
interested.
The everyday get up would be like a small pouch or a cloth bag.
Okay,
They would have
like
some
tied
type-
to your sash.
Yeah, some type
Okay.
of pouch to carry stuff.
Satchel.
A knife
Yeah.
or a small blade.
Yeah.
Fixed to your belt as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
A water skin or a small flask.
Bladder. Yeah.
okay. So I don't carry that, but wallet and knife I carry every day.
Right.
Well, water's more accessible
And
to us
then
now.
Yeah, you're right.
everything else was just like work specific. So depending on what you did, like a fisherman would carry a small net or a hook.
Yeah.
A farmer would be a sickle or a pruning hook. Or a small awl and a chisel for like a carpenter.
Didn't people used to wear gold around their neck and they'd pay for things by like
Lord.
cutting some of it off?
Oh,
Isn't that a
sounds
thing?
like a smart idea.
I was gonna
I think
say
that's
that
a thing.
Sounds like a good idea. I don't know.
Especially
like
how
not
to
gold
measure.
jewelry, but like literally
Yeah.
Gold.
a piece of
Yeah.
gold.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Because it was flimsable, flimsy, or like
you're
So-
using those big
pli-
words too.
It was
Malleable,
pliable,
malleable.
pliable.
No, malleable.
Yeah, same time.
So
Not the same.
and this one was kind of like a two-parter because I also thought of this halfway through. So if you were dropped back in that time
Okay.
and you could take one thing to make your life easier back then. So all of your clothing is going to be the exact same of what they wear,
Okay.
but you can take one thing to like help you navigate that time.
Life
or
straw. like, because our immune systems and our stomachs would like
Okay.
we might die.
You're getting too technical.
So what you're assuming that you adjust to the time, like you don't
Yeah,
need
yeah.
that.
Right.
Okay. Sorry.
right,
Sorry.
just
I'll give it
one thing that you could be like,
Yeah.
oh, this makes my life so much better.
yeah,
but it can't be technology based because like your
Right.
phone wouldn't work.
I mean,
Right,
it could be just to be. 'Cause it is a comedy podcast.
dude. To take the Bible back.
I was thinking of a roll
before
of toilet
some of it was
paper.
written.
That would be crazy.
Oh, you might find out a lot of stuff
That you don't wanna
that's not
find out.
in there. Yeah, you're like, wait a minute, there's other books.
Guys, wait a second here.
What Dead Sea? What?
Yeah.
Anunnaki? Yeah, you could really get blown away. I think.
You,
No,
you run
it'd
into
be
Thomas while he's writing the and like, hey man, you don't need to write that.
Yeah.
Hey,
They're not
you know
putting that
there's
in.
this place across the ocean called North America. Everybody be like, what?
Shut up.
It's not called that yet, but it will be.
There's no
not-
separation of any land on maps.
Yeah.
What?
There be dragons.
It's true.
Yeah. Man, this is good. This is tough.
What would you? I was thinking about. I couldn't even think of one.
So I wanted to say like a good knife, but I bet they make better blades than most blades we have now.
Maybe.
Like if you
know.
got a good made in Damascus blade, like that, they don't know how like
They
they
did it
can't
back
reproduce
then.
some of
I
that.
would almost say like a good pair of like leather boots.
That's what I was thinking. Shoes. I think shoes might be
That might be
Right.
the game changer.
might be a game changer. Man, that
That would be tough because like what?
I got it. I got it.
What would it?
AR-15, baby.
How much ammo
guess,
could you carry?
guess who's about to be the king? All right? What?
And
Brett's
that's
on
why we
drugs.
don't give him a mic.
And that's why we don't read all the comments, Noah. But that's
Now I
fun.
know.
Yeah. But think about it. If you took like a saw, not a saw, but like the assault right,
because they had flame. They,
The machine
they could
gun, you know what I'm
they
talking
controlled
about?
Fire back
like the
then.
SAW, like if, yeah, but you would need one. How many
Chainsaw?
rounds can they hold?
Think
Are
of
held
that.
in the drum for that? Like
Oh, you're
200.
talking about that? 'Cause
it
Oh,
it's
you're
200?
talking about like
Like was it 249 or 240, whatever
240.
that? Yeah. How many rounds is in one drum of that?
I mean, there's not. It's belt fed.
I know it's a lot.
So like, I think it's like 150 rounds.
Yeah. So like
Because there's 7.62.
you could change a little bit of history with
Oh, you could change a lot of history.
150 rounds. I mean,
I don't
What
know.
was I thinking of? I had something that popped into my head, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that would be
I'm
good."
going back. I'm taking out baby Hitler.
Somebody talked about that the other day. You have the heart to kill a baby.
Good catch.
Like, yeah, nobody's going to go back and kill a baby, even if you know it's Hitler
All
eventually.
right, going back, killing teenage Hitler.
No, we're back in biblical times.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. I had to get my
Couple
quota
thousand
in. I had to
years.
get my quota in.
No, think of people who are mean to Jesus. That's who you want to. Anyway,
Yeah, but if the whole Jesus thing doesn't happen, then we're way worse off
if
than we are now.
if
So.
the whole Hitler thing doesn't happen, what's going to change about the future?
I can't imagine it would be worse.
I can't imagine it. Could
Butterfly
be,
effect.
It's serious. Like it could change way more than you think,
You're right. No
and maybe not
penicillin.
for the better. Because I mean, there were still horrible people.
I mean, you could
Just
make the direct
Adolf.
argument that if there weren't two world wars, the United States would not be anywhere near the power we are
No,
right now.
we would
Yeah,
not.
no.
I mean, World War II ended the Great Depression, right?
No.
Yeah.
It did. That's not a question. They did.
Yeah. it did.
Hypothetical, Farley.
Yeah.
So yeah, what
This
would you
is a
take
tougher
in biblical
question than I thought it
times?
was going to
I
be.
know. That's
Like-
I wrote this down and I still didn't write down
Because
an
like
answer because-
temporary stuff. Oh no.
Oh,
A mattress.
mattress would be nice.
You're gonna
You could
carry
make
it?
one.
No, I'm gonna find a spot and put it down. Dude, do you know how difficult it would be to readjust to sleeping on whatever they were sleeping on?
I would, yeah, but
Never
you would
mind.
know how to make a hammock, and
Yeah,
I
that's
would
true.
straight up sleep in a hammock.
I'm
every
still
night.
taking the gun because I'm gonna go be king and I'm gonna have all. I'm gonna live better than I am now.
I think I've
because
got
I'm the
it.
king.
I'm going to put it down to these two things.
Fanny pack.
No, Fanny, you can make one. Tums and or Pepto-Bismol.
That's good.
That's
Oh,
a-
after we already assumed that your system would adjust.
That is good though. No, like
No, right.
medicine. Like just what about
Yeah,
like
just
Oh,
Tylenol?
just like
Penicillin.
antibiotics.
right,
Yeah.
Actually, that might be the play.
right. That would be a good
Well,
one.
would they
wouldn't know,
work?
We wouldn't know how to use it.
Why wouldn't they work?
Well, because aren't they like specifically designed for certain
That's true.
conditions?
Oh,
So like if
Biomes and stuff
if you
like
take one of the problems right now is like there's too much antibiotic out there and like people
Yeah.
flush them and they get in the water system and then microbes and things that grow become antibiotic resistant and then we don't
Right.
have the proper
that. Randy said he's going to take money back with him.
I don't think money's going to do you.
And, well, I mean,
American
you'd have
dollars aren't going to help you
To,
at
you
all.
would have to take
gold. Have to be gold.
Yeah, minerals. Like, yeah.
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 Silver, gold.
Yeah.
He also said I would be stepping on baby Hitler. He has no qualms about going to.
That's
that
a
time
good
period.
one, man.
Yeah, that's a hard one. We'll have to.
I still need
cycle
time.
Back. We'll have to cycle back on that one.
That'd be good for
next
guests
week.
if we have a guest on sometime. Yeah, while Brett's out, we should get another guest to come on. Patrick and
Yeah.
different ones to be on.
Hey, wait, Brett's going to be back next week.
Well, next week,
Yeah.
but then he'll be off for a month.
Yeah, because
because of his work schedule.
Oh, you're
working, yeah.
right. Okay, yep.
Unless we get some good.
I
sponsors.
also had some add-ons from. So remember the other week we were talking about the Moabites.
Yeah.
And so I never put this together, but you know that like Jesus, his lineage goes back to the Moabites, right? Ruth was a Moabite.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Huh.
That is insane.
I
Because
knew-
John did his lineage.
Yeah.
And that's it. He goes back to Ruth. Ruth was a like direct descendant of one of the either Moab or the other one, Ben Ami. The two
Yes. Sorry, my
sons
brain
from
is-
Lot
Yeah.
and his daughters.
Brett commented
crazy,
and
though.
said, "No one can replace me." Just so you guys know.
It's true.
One of the coolest stories in the Bible, really.
Yeah.
The whole Ruth story is really good.
But that was-
Underrated.
I saw that or I heard it and then I was like, oh, I didn't really put that together. And we were just talking about the Moabites and
True.
other ones.
We don't have cool
Moabites.
enough names for people anymore.
I know. I was thinking that too.
Like,
Like
Moabites. Like, we're just, I mean,
that's awesome.
I enjoy being an American, but I wish it was named cooler.
It's true.
Americanite.
Yeah, that's already cooler.
Americanite.
Come on now.
Mercanite.
Americanite.
Now that sounds like a mineral.
Ameristine,
Ameristine.
and like a
That's-
Philistine.
Sounds kind of Jewish.
It's the-
Stein.
Have you guys
Ameristine.
heard of the Loretto?
Stein.
So this is Ninjas or Butterflies.
Okay.
Have you guys heard of the Loretto Chapel? The one in
I know of
Mexico?
Rosetta
Laredo?
Stone.
Loretto Chapel.
Why have I heard of this?
So that's the one that it was, I believe in the 1800s, they were building it. And one of the, like some cardinal or somebody from the Catholic
Vatican.
religion was like tasked
So from
with,
Chicago?
yeah, was tasked with building this chapel in Mexico. And he started the construction and then he died.
Mhm.
And everything was done in the chapel except for the staircase.
I've heard of this before. Yeah.
And so everything was done except for the staircase.
They were working
and
on a spiral staircase,
like,
but they couldn't finish
The
it.
nuns in the chapel were like prayed for 12 weeks because they didn't have anybody. They were like in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere in Mexico. So it says that they prayed for like 12 days nonstop, like asking for God to send somebody to build this staircase.
Mhm.
Then
Dude
all of a
shows up.
sudden, some random guy shows up, says his name is
Amerigo
Joseph.
Vespucci.
Yeah.
Says his name is Joseph.
Like Saint
Good
Joseph,
name.
who was a
Great name.
carpenter. Yeah.
Shows up,
Preach.
builds the entire thing, is there for 3 months going to church and everything. Nobody knows where he came from. Then as soon as the staircase is done, he just leaves.
And
He leaves.
there's no seams on any of the
There's not a
woodwork.
single nail used in the entire staircase. The theory is that it was the Joseph. Like God sent Joseph.
The carpenter.
Yeah.
Like stepdad.
Yeah.
What? I have like chills
Yeah.
right now.
I saw it on the Ninja
360 degrees without a central supporting
I've heard
pole.
that story before the
Yeah.
ninjas brought it up. I remember.
Well, and
seeing
like
that.
it's still there.
Yeah.
Like you can see, and it's like insane. They've had like people in, like architects in to look at it to be like,
Whoa.
how was this put together? 'Cause
This is,
everything's just
Here,
like,
we'll put that up in the corner right now so you guys can see what we're talking about.
dude, it's gorgeous.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. I thought that was cool. I heard that and I was like,
We too.
Willie too.
You could never tear that down.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Like it
because
has
it's
to. It should
blessed
be
by
preserved forever.
it's blessed by God. So
Uh,
even if that chapel burnt
amazing.
down, that staircase would
could you imagine
be the staircase
if
to
it burnt
heaven.
down
Oh, no.
and it was still there, like not even charred?
That's true.
Well, I heard that's where they keep the shroud. Is under the staircase.
You know, and the Ark of the Covenant is in Ethiopia,
That's true. Underground,
allegedly. Look that up.
being guarded by
You wanna
aliens.
Into some stuff.
It's also apparently allegedly was taken by the
Templars?
Vatican. No, the Vatican, like
Didn't
in
the Templars
20
take it for a bit too?
in 2015.
Oh,
Like,
recently.
It's another Ninjas.
Pope
Yeah.
Franny.
They're all the time digging into
Is that
stuff like that.
disrespectful? I've been
Franny.
disrespectful.
Oh
Take
yeah,
it
we
back.
hit 1 hour.
We're at 1 hour?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, Josh, go ahead.
Well, we don't have to jump into mine since we're at 1 hour. We could jump into the PodBless segment if you want to.
You want to save yours for next week?
I don't care. We can do that.
Okay, let's do it.
See you.
You got the? Do you have the PodBless segment
I'm
brought up?
writing it down. I have it pulled up. Yeah, no, hit the music.
Pod bless your heart.
Next week.
Oh, you don't have to write it down. I've got it in my phone.
I already did.
We have it on our digital things.
All right, here we go. Pull what next week? Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Mount Fuji climber is rescued twice in 1 week after returning to his lost
That's
phone.
what he's reading.
What?
Fuji or Fiji?
Did I say Fuji?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Fuji. Mount Fuji is that in Japan?
I mean, I'm not arguing.
yeah, it's
about
in
it.
Tokyo.
What? Why are you looking at me?
Yeah.
Have you been to Japan?
No.
You were in the Navy and didn't go to Japan?
No.
Oh,
We have a base in Japan.
I know. That's why I figured you would have been there.
No.
Maybe.
So
All
a
right.
guy got rescued.
This 27-year-old student was carried down the iconic Japanese mountain on a stretcher days after being airlifted from its peak. That's embarrassing. From
days
Tokyo.
after being airlifted.
Yeah,
From
you
its
heard me
peak.
right.
But and he's 27.
A climber was rescued twice in 1 week from Japan's Mount Fuji after he went back to search for his lost cell phone, police said on Monday.
Rescued twice.
In 1 week.
After-
On Sunday, rescuers carried the climber on a stretcher from the station on the Fujinomiya Trail, which sits about 10,170 feet high. The Japanese news outlet Nippon TV cited the local police as saying the man appeared to suffer from altitude sickness but was not in life-threatening condition.
Seemed to be suffering from being an idiot.
An idiot. 5 days earlier, on April 22nd, the same exact climber called the police and was airlifted from the peak of Mount Fuji after he lost his crampons, which are little climbing devices that allow you to connect
into
into
wedges.
the mountain. A spiky metal frame attached to shoes to make it easier to walk on ice. That's not what I thought it was then.
Okay.
I thought it was the thing that went in between the rocks.
I
Right.
did too.
The
Yeah.
knuckles.
So he lost those and he fell sick with nausea. He then returned to the peak Saturday in a bid to retrieve his cell phone. Hey Siri, where are you? I'm on Mount Fuji.
Did it say his nationality?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're getting there. I said Siri, and now she wants to talk to me. Okay,
Inside jokes.
here we go. Stop it. All right. He
Not
then
me.
returned to the peak Saturday to retrieve his cell phone, among other personal belongings he had left on his first hike. The man, who has not publicly been identified because shame, is a 27-year-old university student and a Chinese national who lives in Tokyo. Police in Japan.
Give me $5.
Oh,
Why?
he's just joking because
Oh.
he picked what nationality it was.
Oh, you got it? You said, oh.
Hey, pause for a second. Brett commented in with an amazing question. Do you think Jesus called Joseph dad? I'm not going to call him dad. Anyway, go on.
Do you think whenever
No.
whenever Mary got mad at him? Never mind.
No.
Jesus.
You tried to stop
Use his
yourself
full
so many
name.
times, Colin.
Jesus
I
H.
know.
Christ.
That's a
Like calling him out. 'Cause
H?
he's talking to Jesus. I'm not saying it as a thing. Yeah.
What is the H?
Holy.
Okay. They returned Sunday when another climber reported spotting the student on the trail, quote, lying on the ground and shaking with abrasions. On the next day, rescuers carried the man down about 2,600 feet on a stretcher before handing him to an emergency team. It is not clear whether he successfully retrieved the cell phone, so he may be going back up.
Again.
The
think
rescue,
it's probably
Care
dead.
plan.
huh?
Just get the Apple Care plan that will
Dude,
replace your
come
phone.
on. Like, the student was scaling Mount Fuji outside of its original climbing season, which is scheduled to start early July and end in September. There's no penalty for this, however. Let's see. The police were unable to provide additional details. Mount Fuji is a national of Japan, yada, yada, yada. Hikers have to make a reservation and pay a mandatory fee of 4,000.
Yen.
How much do you think 4,000 yen is in American dollars?
4,000
just take
yen
a
is
guess.
about $40
Where is it?
It's $36.
Yeah.
Nice. Good,
How'd you know that?
because they go by thousands and yeah.
good job.
Yen and the bud.
Yang.
Thailand's bud.
Isn't it Bood?
No, it's bud.
Yin and yang.
I had a friend from
That's
Thailand and he
what-
said, it's bud. His name was Narawat Kunklink. And that's a real name. That wasn't made up.
His name was what?
That sounded like I made it up. Narawat Kunklink. But we called him Pon.
Well, say it again.
Narawat Kunklink.
Okay, he said it right. He said the same way 3 times.
Yeah,
so it
it's
must
his
be true.
name. That's why. Anyway.
Knew a girl named Tepizo once. She was from Africa.
Okay.
Because she,
I believe you.
Heard your fart once and went poof.
Climbers are advised to train in advance before going up Mount Fuji, whose shortest trail takes 5 hours to ascend and 3 hours to descend. Local police said that last year 6 climbers died on the mountain, which
this
is
guy wanted to test that theory
Yeah.
twice.
so. Here's my question: how many rescues do you get?
As much as your insurance is willing to pay for.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
I don't think so either.
Someone's paying for that. Oh yeah, who pays for that?
I mean,
It's
I'm looking
Japan. They got different ways of doing things in
I'm
Japan.
looking up for what happens if the Coast Guard has to.
well, I
rescue
mean, you think of like an ambulance. An ambulance, that's your insurance. And I would classify that as a emergency.
Sorry, I had to write that joke down about Jesus Christ.
if the Coast Guard saves you, there's no charge.
If the
Really?
Coast Guard, why would the Coast Guard?
Not in Mount. I just
Oh,
thought of
I was-
like if you're
At
Yeah,
sea.
out
yeah.
and they save you at sea, you don't get charged. The only time you get charged is for like if they have to tow your boat
Right.
back.
Well,
or
you're
anything.
paying for it anyways.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
tax dollar.
I'm sinking.
I
at
have
that
been
point.
watching a guy trying to sail from Portland to Honolulu,
Portland, Maine, or Portland, Oregon.
Oregon.
It's
'Cause
possible to
he's
do it
going
from
Hawaii.
Maine.
He's
too.
going to Hawaii, but
Mm.
anyway,
Hawaii.
he just sold everything he has. He's like, I've only sailed on
I
a
saw
river.
that.
Yeah, I've been watching him. He's like on day 13. or
He's only
14.
ever sailed on a river.
Yeah.
He
And
was
he's
just
just
like, I'm not happy with my life. I'm selling everything I own
bought
and
a
buying
sailboat,
a sailboat.
and he's sailing across the
And
ocean
he's
to Hawaii.
That's a stable decision.
Just doing it.
It's just him and his
Yeah.
cat. It's funny. He's documenting
He
it
made
all
the
and
cat
posting.
go.
Well, he's documenting it all and
I don't
putting it
think
on
the
he
cat
wasn't
signed up
Facebook
for
and
that.
stuff.
He wasn't going to kill a cat just because
Anyway.
he wanted to go sell.
Give
So
somebody else.
100%.
Man.
Oh, Colin, I love that your only other solution was to murder the animal.
I mean, if you get
Like,
starving,
you can't give it to a family member or a friend. Like, oh, gotta
Nobody
kill
wants-
this cat now.
Nobody wants your problem.
You're my cat or you're no one's cat.
So we have to bless the goober that keeps going back to the
Yeah.
mountain.
Have to.
Yeah.
to. He's a frequent flyer.
Oh, for
See what
the helicopter.
I'm sorry.
The helicopter.
Unnamed Chinese national?
Pod bless your heart.
I've always wanted to say that.
You have?
No.
It's a weird thing to want.
Add it to the list.
Now you shall never want.
Things Joey wants to say.
If thou blesseth those who are less inclined with intelligence, thou shalt never be hungry.
I mean, how are you gonna looking for your cell phone? And then they don't even know if he got it or not.
I was looking for my cell phone.
Stuck up
Lay
on
High up on the
Jeez,
mountain top. I need EMS right now.
It's true. Drake.
Would you climb Mount Fuji?
No.
It only takes 5 hours to go to the top.
Only 5 hours. No.
I'm not a climber.
I don't go to Japan.
It looks like you could walk it.
Last time we went
Apparently,
there,
you can get air carried off of it.
It's true.
yeah, for free.
We know. Yeah.
Wait, how did he call the National Guard?
Right.
And when they got there, he dropped his phone?
Another hiker saw him on the ground shaking and all cut
and
up.
got him the first time or the second
The
time?
second time.
Okay.
That literally someone walked past and he was like,
But now how did he get a hold of him the first time?
his cell phone.
But he left
He had
there.
to leave it all up there when they came to get him.
Oh.
They,
So he went to the spot. He got stuck. He
no, he might not have made it to that spot. He might have got stuck he might have progressed less.
He could have had delirium or something too.
He lost
Ah.
his shoes, his crampons.
Cool.
Croutons.
He-
Croutons.
Yeah. This is a
Croutons.
classic pod bless. Bless his heart.
Yeah,
Classic.
that is a good one.
For reference, if you don't know, that's a Southern saying for, oh, you're an idiot.
Yeah, it's true. We do need to explain that sometimes.
Yes,
Yeah.
every now and
After
then.
4 years of doing this and having a
Yeah.
ton of fans that you could be reaching out
our-
to by using us as a sponsor.
Our own governor made the joke a
Sponsoring
couple weeks
us.
ago when he made the I'm a Kentuckian video.
That was funny, right?
That was hilarious when he said,
I
I'm
was
a
wanting to
Kentuckian.
contact him.
When we
Andy
say
Bashir.
bless your heart, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, I wanted to like make a video and send it to him, but like, dude, we do this every week.
Do it. He might reach out.
He's wanting to get famous online.
Do it.
because
He's trying to run for president in
Yeah.
28.
That was the reason they didn't use him this past time because they're like, he's
Yeah.
not known enough. I was like,
Bashir Vance,
would've done
2028.
way
A
better.
nice Midwestern runoff.
he would have done way better than Kamara.
I mean, I think most people would have.
I would
I
have
was
done
gonna
better.
say.
No, what they should have.
Macaulay
Joe should have
Williams.
not run, and they should have had an actual primary where they actually turns out when you elect the person to run for you, they tend to get more
It
support.
was just like the first time
It's
Trump
crazy.
won. They were just like, "There's no way. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Like, don't learn. That's fine.
And then they
Just
did it
repeat the
again. They
same
were like,
mistake.
"Well, I mean, maybe we should do this."
Why
Yeah.
do we keep reverting back to politics on this episode?
It's encompassing of everything in our lives.
We've done it twice.
Good word.
I am still working on that joke about basically anytime somebody brings up left or right and starts talking about politics, just to be like, "Oh, I didn't know you ate paint chips as a kid. I can't talk to you anymore." Like either way, like even if it's something I agree with, it's just like, "Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh man.
I didn't
I don't
know.
want to talk to
Sorry,
you
they put way
anymore.
too
I
much
didn't know your
fluoride in
mom
your
dropped you on
water."
your head.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I can't talk to you anymore."
Oh, man.
You try to make this conversation go this way.
All right, we need to end before Noah
Yeah.
says the thing he's about to say.
Don't worry, nobody can hear him.
I made a new sign.
Oh,
Oh yeah, show it off.
hold it up.
Talk about a Joseph.
Hey, talking about a carpenter.
Throw it up.
Now Joey's got a lot to do to it.
I do. I need to
Make sure it's in the thing.
look at that
Is
thing.
it correctly? It looks like Flintstones from the
Oh,
angle on the
yeah.
camera over there.
I
Is it
dig it.
heavy? Do I need to help you?
What'd you burn it with?
Fire.
Not gas. Fire.
Nice.
It's pretty.
Fire.
Kind of looks like Popeyes too.
Wait until I get done with it.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna clear coat it.
I'm going to go put it in the garage and never see it again?
Wait till I get done with it.
Soiled it.
You should-
Soiled it.
You should do some routing.
Ooh, that actually isn't a bad idea.
Like route out the letters. Maybe even some design.
That would be so.
You could totally
difficult to
route
do.
out the
You have
banner.
to have a
Like the
stencil.
banner we do on everything.
It's already stenciled.
Yeah, that
Just
part's
route
stenciled.
Route the inside of the letters.
I would say route out a banner. Like mark out a
You-
banner
you
just like
need
we do on
a
everything.
Stop. You can't hold a router like by hand like that.
Yeah, you can.
Well, you can't. You maybe a Dremel tool.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
no, I mean
Dremel.
with the
Yeah.
the two hands.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. You can't. Nobody free. Sorry, I shouldn't say nobody. Most people don't freehand
Joseph could do
routers.
it.
What?
Joseph could do it. You're Joseph.
I guarantee you, Joseph never used a router.
You're Joseph, dork.
Yes, he did.
He built a staircase.
There's not a nail in that staircase, but he
It was
routed
in
it.
DeWalt 12.4.
D-Walt.
That's what I'm taking back. I'm taking a Bosch circular saw back with me, battery powered.
Oh, that is
It's
smart.
gonna freak a lot of people out.
Tesla coil.
We got an operator.
Tesla car,
Josh's ideas.
motorcycle,
Motorcycle.
no
Where would
roads,
you get
dirt
petrol?
bike. It had to be a dirt bike. Tornadoes.
No, he
That's
just shows
tomorrow
up
night.
after they're done.
Tornadoes is tomorrow night, man.
That's true. We do have some bad weather coming in. What else? What were we just saying? Man, my brain farts.
Sign. Joey.
It's John, Joey, and he said something else.
Hey, if you like the
D-Walt.
show,
Oh, I was going to talk about. Have you seen this guy who's turning plastic into fuel?
No.
no, but
Dude,
he better get some life insurance.
They've already talked about all that.
Yeah.
And but no, he's figured out a way to take dirty or clean plastic and compress it down with air pressure and stuff like this. But he can convert it into diesel and into
Yeah, all I'm
regular
hearing is
octane.
he's going to be
Yeah,
murdered
he's
by the
gonna be-
government.
He's been running it through small engines, and he's been running it through certain cars and going around
Yeah,
and
he's
talking
gonna be
about it.
not alive.
Literal
very soon.
dead man.
Build it at a farm. Just
Dead.
like had it out there, build all the. He blew it up once and almost killed himself.
He better stay on the farm.
Yeah.
They've already done like a hydrogen engine before.
Yeah,
That
I
guy
remember
got
all
killed.
that.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
just that guy, a few guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's been a few.
What are you saying right now?
Mm,
Rods
I've
in the
not seen
ground.
that.
Rods
Yeah.
in the ground.
it's grounding.
Telling you guys, you don't want to invent that kind of stuff, or you're gonna be dead soon.
It's twoo.
Hey, if you like the show, tell your friends about it.
Yeah.
Send it to them. Be like, hey,
Don't look
I
at
think
me.
you would like
look
the
into
show.
the camera.
Hey, if you like the show, tell your friends about it, and not just us. Tell other people about it. If you like it, they'll probably like it too. We think there's pretty good content here.
Yeah.
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 We've been doing it for fun for 4 years, but now we're getting serious.
Hey, check out the Foundational Fathers podcast.
Yes.
Where you can see us our
We posted it on our
Guest
Facebook if you want
appearance.
to find it.
last week. That was a good time. Thank you guys, Foundational Fathers, for having us on. That was cool.
Nick and Mark.
Marcus,
Marcus.
and Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick and Mark.
Thank you for having us on. That was a good time.
Knickerbockers.
If there's any other podcasters out there that want to do a collab with us, let us know. If anybody, we are looking for sponsors. Be great.
We need to take off like a rocket into almost outer space.
We used the good camera last week. This is what happened. Full transparency. We used the good cameras last week, and we're like, "Ooh, this is nice."
Yeah.
We should try to get more of these.
Well, we're
Turns
working on
out
it.
they're not cheap.
No, $5,000, $3,000. That's
So,
what I came across.
We're not trying to get rich. We're trying to have a good time.
I got mine. I got these we're using off Marketplace and quite a steal
Although we wouldn't turn down
when you rob people.
getting wealthy off the show, but
Well, I mean, that'll come in time when you increase and ever. You guys don't need to know the nuts and bolts of how this goes down.
you don't want to see how the sausage is
Yeah,
made.
don't want to see how the sausage is made because it hurts.
Yeah.
Well, you got anything else, guys?
Ah.
All right. I'm Joey.
I'm Josh.
I'm Colin.
That's Nova.
And this was PodBless.
He did it. That's the best one I've ever done.
I feel like you just started doing the was
Maybe
part.
Brett's the weak link in that one. We nailed it.
We did nail it because we figured out what you're trying to do now, so we're going with that. I feel like we have a different ending music.
Something fresh and new.
Yeah.
Bubbles on your feet.
That's the old.
Is this the ender?
Yeah, it's the old ender.
Or, yeah.
What's the new ender?
We have a new- We'll play it after the show's done.
Oh.
Talking scripture free.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We love you.
Christians,